Hello everyone, welcome back to Carnivorous Plants Hub. Today we're unboxing and potting up Venus flytraps from a fairly new seller, Will Ratcliff. Now, Will may be new to selling plants, but he's definitely not new to growing them. He's actually a professor of evolutionary biology at Georgia Tech, so the guy seriously knows his stuff. I first started seeing his flytraps popping up all over Reddit, and apparently a lot of other people noticed them too, because he created a website and started selling them to meet demand. I reached out to introduce myself and ended up buying a bulk order from him, which you saw in my last video. Those plants are all doing great and getting acclimated so I can eventually offer them to all of you. But honestly, opening that order made me a little jealous, so this time I placed another order purely out of selfishness because I wanted some of these flytraps for my own collection. And these are much larger than the smaller plants I ordered in bulk before. I haven't seen them in person yet, so we're going to open these together, check out the size and quality, and get them potted up. Let's get started. Alright, let's dive into the first bag. These are the giant traps. And wow, these look super healthy already. These are some really nice sized plants with big healthy traps. It's honestly kind of a shame that the traps usually close up during shipping, because you can tell these are going to look incredible once they fully open back up. But no worries, over the next few days all of these traps will slowly reopen as the plants settle in. Next up we have the big mouth cultivar. I've been really excited to see these because they can grow some seriously massive traps. And this is a beautiful specimen right here. It already has several large traps, even though most of them closed during transit. Just like the last plants, these should slowly open back up over the next few days. And here we have the Chinese dumplings. This cultivar is definitely a fan favorite, and it's actually one of the cultivars I'm currently growing out to sell myself. These have gorgeous large traps, really healthy roots, and overall just look fantastic. I'm seriously excited to add a couple of massive Chinese dumplings to my personal collection. Alright, before we move on to the next set of fly traps, I wanted to let you all know that Will was kind enough to offer an exclusive discount code for Carnivorous Plants Hub viewers. If you head over to his website and use code CARNIHUB, that's CARNIHUB, CARNIHUB, you'll get a buy one, get one free of the same cultivar. Why would anyone want to buy one when you can get two for the same price? The website is famcliff.com. I'll have it displayed on screen, and you can also find the link in the description and pinned comment below. Definitely go show Will some support. He may be a newer seller, but based on what I'm seeing so far, you absolutely will not be disappointed with the quality of the fly traps he sends out. Alright, on to the next set of fly traps. First up, we have one of the most popular Venus flytrap cultivars out there, the B52. These have always performed incredibly well for me. They grow vigorously, put out some absolutely massive traps, and are just consistently impressive plants. And just look at those roots. Those huge white root tips are always a great sign that the plant is healthy and actively growing. Next up, we have the Towering Giant, and this is a cultivar I've wanted to get my hands on for a long time. For whatever reason, every time I went to buy one, they were always sold out. But wow, these are absolutely living up to the name. Look at the length of those petioles. These plants grow incredibly tall and support some huge traps. And honestly, these handle shipping better than almost any of the others. Most of the traps are still open and looking fantastic. What an absolute stunner. I might honestly have to order even more of these from Will. Alright, let's get these potted up. Stick around until the end so you can see how all of these look once they're planted in fresh substrate. First things first, we need to get the substrate prepared. Will ships his plants bare root, so if you plan on ordering some fly traps from him, you'll want to make sure you have substrate and planters ready to go. Luckily, I actually have Venus flytrap repotting kits available over at Carnivorous Plants Hub. I've spent countless hours perfecting the substrate blend using peat moss, perlite, and the beautiful crushed glass you see sparkling throughout the mix. Not only is this an amazing substrate for Venus flytraps, but it also looks incredible when the sunlight hits it. These kits take all the guesswork out of repotting. Each one comes with the right amount of substrate for the included planters, plus a little extra left over. And if you're curious about the quality, definitely check out some of the hundreds of positive reviews from happy customers over on the website. Alright, now that the substrate is ready, let's start potting up these amazing new Flytraps. Come on, just look at that sparkle in the soil. That mix looks so good. Let's start with the towering giants. I'm really excited to see these potted up. I'll slow this first one down a little bit so I can show you my process, and then we'll speed through the next several plants so we can get them all settled in. First, take a good look at the rhizome and the length of the roots so you can get an idea of how deep your hole needs to be. I usually use a pencil or a butter knife. Honestly, anything you can dig with works just fine. I've also been adding Osmocote into the substrate recently. This is something pretty new for me, and I'll actually be making a full video about it soon, because it's been seriously boosting growth for my plants, so make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see those results. Next, gently hold the traps up a bit and position the Flytrap so the substrate covers just above the rhizome where the leaves begin growing. You don't want to plant it too deep, but you also don't want a large section of rhizome exposed. Once it's positioned correctly, tuck the plant in and gently firm the substrate around the rhizome. Sometimes you'll need to add a little extra substrate around the top after everything settles in. I absolutely love the look of freshly potted Flytraps. The bright green traps against the dark substrate create such an awesome contrast. It's seriously satisfying to look at. Honestly, this towering giant barely even looks like it went through shipping. It looks like something I just pulled straight from my own collection. What a gorgeous Flytrap. And after you finish admiring your plant, make sure to top water it. Top watering helps settle the substrate into any air gaps and ensures the roots stay in contact with the soil. If roots are exposed to air for too long, they can dry out and damage the plant, so this step is really important. Alright, let's speed things up a bit. Dig your hole, tuck in the Flytrap, admire the plant, top water, give it a few more tucks, and then admire it some more. Okay, I'm going to move through the next several plants pretty quickly, so sit back, enjoy the music, and watch these amazing Flytraps get acquainted with their new homes. I did want to point out real quick that the planters you're seeing here are actually the same planters that come with my repotting kits. The larger planters are 5 by 5 inches across the top and 7 inches tall. These are actually some that I've been reusing after a recent repotting project. They've already gone through 4 full growing seasons and are still holding up great. I just cleaned them out and they were ready to go again. You might also notice that some of the smaller planters have little chips around the rim. Whenever I order these, a few of them usually arrive chipped or cracked on the edges. The planters themselves are still perfectly usable. They just don't look brand new anymore. Since I obviously can't sell chipped planters to customers, I usually keep those ones for my own personal collection. Honestly, it works out pretty well because my plants don't seem to care what the pot looks like. Alright, everything is officially potted up. I'd honestly give these Venus Flytraps a solid 10 out of 10. Huge thanks again to Will for sending over such incredible plants. Definitely head over to his website and take advantage of that super generous BOGO offer. I genuinely don't think you'll regret it. And don't forget to stop by CarnivorousPlantsHub.com to grab your substrate and planters so you're ready to pot your plants up as soon as they arrive. If you want to see me unbox over 100 Venus Flytraps, click the video popping up on screen right now. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today, and I really hope to catch you in the next video.